It was the night before FISHMAS, when all through the tank, not a creature was stirring, not even a shrimp. The stockings were hung by the filter with care, in hopes that aquarium co-op soon would be there. The guppies were nestled all snug in their beds, while visions of bloodworms danced in their heads, and the Rasboras in their 20-gallon, and Joan in her 5, had just settled their brains for a long winter's nap. When out on the substrate there arose such a clatter, Joan awoke from her sleep to see what was the matter. Away to the front glass she flew like a flash, raced past the spiderwood and tore through the anubias. The night mode lighting on the breast of the sand gave luster of midday to the substrate below. Then what to her wondering eyes did appear but a Bolivian ram and 8 pygmy corridoras. With a tall dorsal fin and his scraped down his eyes, she knew in a moment he must be Ramses the Great. More rapid than zebra daniels his coursers they came. Ramses whistled and shouted and called them by name. Now coolies, now lemon techers, now checkered barbs and pea puffers, on chili rasboras, on plecos, on shrimp and pygmy corridoras. To the top of the heater, to the top of the air stone, now swim away all, as dry leaves that before the wild hurricane fly, when they meet with the hardscape, swim to the sky. So up to the tank stand the coursers they swam, with the sleigh full of Easy Green and Ramses too. And then, in a twinkling, she heard on the thermometer the swimming and splashing of each little fin. As she drew in her head and was turning around, through the tank lid Ramses came with a splash. He was colored up from his mouth to his caudal, and he was tarnished with detritus and algae. A bundle of fish flakes he had flung on his back, and he looked like a peddler just opening his pack. His eyes, how they twinkled, his pelvic fins, how colorful. His dorsal was impressive, his trailers were elegant. His small little mouth was stuffed with pellets, and the gills on his side were as white as the sand. The stump of an algae wafer he held tight in his mouth, and bubbles from the sponge filters encircled his head like a wreath. He had a narrow face and a normal-sized belly that shook when he swam like a bowl full of rapashi. He was healthy and plump, a right jolly old fish, and Joan laughed when she saw him in spite of herself. A stare of his eyes and a twist of his fins soon gave her to know she had nothing to dread. He spoke not a word, but went straight to his work, and cleaned all the filters, then turned with a jerk, and laying his fin aside of his nose, and giving a nod, up the water column he rose. He sprang to his tank, and to his team he gave a whistle, and away they all swam like the down of a thistle, which he heard him exclaim ere he swam out of sight, "Merry Fishmas to all, and to all a good night."